All right, welcome back to Problem Solver Politics. I am your host, Cardinellis, with Cody the Oracle.
Hey, everybody.
And finally, the Yang Gang's dream hath come true. It's paid off. The ceaseless tweeting and the ceaseless, shameless plugging has finally yielded an appearance of Andrew Yang on Ellen.
Yeah. Well, one thing I
Cody,
think is funny.
what's going on?
Oh, sorry. Apologize. But one thing I think was funny, we were just talking yesterday in a video about other, like saying, has Yang been on predominantly more male platforms, they can be in a more less male show. Anyway, you talking about going back a ways. This thing I'm pulling up right here. So it says, do you have a specific question about my show from my executive producers to ask on our podcast? Tell me about it here. Yes, I did recently switch to my winter wig. This tweet's from February 20th, 2019.
Yeah, we did a video about this eons ago.
No, this is February 20th. This is about a year ago.
Yeah.
And look at these comments. Ellen, please have Andrew Yang on your show. And obviously, these comments are showing up for me because I follow all these people and they're Andrew Yang supporters.
Yeah.
However, I want to show that interest goes back towards February of this year. October, it picked back up again. Another thing I want to show you guys, which is pretty funny, there is a change.org petition. Make sure you guys can see it. 18,000 people signed the change.org petition, right?
That's
so
significant.
18,000 people signed the petition. I mean, it's just people came and did it. We had people sign the petition. We had people going back a year now asking Ellen for Yang on it. And like you said, without further ado, I'll play a little bit of it. Can't play too much because I have a feeling Ellen DeGeneres and her team like retaining rights to their videos. However, I want to show you guys the moment that Andrew Yang actually does make his first appearance on Ellen DeGeneres. I believe it is right about here for you guys. Sorry about that. I had another shot queued up. But I want to show you guys what happens when he actually does walk out. He got a very good reaction. And we're going to play that for you guys in just 1 second right here. So, as you can see, the lead-in for Ellen to Yang was, of course, we'll call it the whipped cream gate, as I'm referring to it. But here we go.
If you're watching this, I would like an explanation because there is no way that anything that is happening is a coincidence.
He's stealing my bits. Hey, there's his little strut. He did his little strut.
There we go.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Hey, she smiled it off.
And turning his back on the handshake. Might come back to bite him. But, however, so there it is. Andrew Yang has now actually been on Ellen. We'll go through and play a few more clips for you guys. But I just thought, I mean, like, she even mentions it a little bit herself, saying that, like, you know, Andrew Yang has the Yang Gang, and they've been letting me know forever. And I mean, like, seriously, man, like, I just pulled up a random tweet. This goes back almost a year ago. I'll show you guys one more time. People were saying, February 20th of this year, Ellen, please have Andrew Yang on your show. Well, it's finally happened, guys. Andrew Yang did appear on the Ellen show, and again, we're going to play a few clips for you guys.
I mean, this is mad props to the Yang Gang. Like, literally, I love the phrase, the squeaky wheel gets grease. And there's an old scripture where Jesus Christ literally said, like, even if your landlord sucks and you petition him and you keep complaining to him, like, will you give me bread? Will you give me bread? Will he give you a stone? You know what I'm saying? And he was basically saying, you know, if you ask God often enough, you'll get what you want, basically. And so, like, which is a very doctrinally inaccurate hypertruncation, but it looks like it worked on Ellen. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, she even mentions herself. She says, you guys took over my social media. Whenever I post a picture of Jennifer Aniston, I get somebody saying, can you please have Andrew Yang on your show? Whenever I post a picture of a puppy, people say, that's a great puppy. Can you now get Andrew Yang on your show? Like, the squeaky wheel got the grease. And I also found it very interesting. I've noticed that very quickly, Paget and Tom on Nerds for Yang and us rose quite quickly to about the 16,000 to 18,000 subscriber mark, right? And I noticed there's 18,500 signatures on the on that change.org petition. So I'm kind of wondering if there's not some kind of math we could glean here. Have we actually kind of done an informal internet census of the Yang Gang?
No.
Do we know that there's like about 20,000 of them that are solidly active? And is that what it takes to get on Ellen?
I would say I would be dumbfounded if there is magnitudes more people that give hard cash to the campaign than support him on the internet. So I think your pseudo math is crap. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, somehow only 20,000 guys support, only 20,000 people support the guy on the internet, but 400,000 people give him money? What does that even mean, dude?
Wait, did he have 400,000?
Not 400, but hundreds of thousands of donors is the requirement, and he's hit that requirement many times. So I have a feeling.
No, but I'm just talking about
support.
I shouldn't say the Yang Gang altogether. I'm just saying like internet activists. is what I would say.
what?
Like internet activists. Have we done an informal census?
No, we
Because
haven't.
it seems like this number keeps popping up.
No, we haven't.
Okay, fine.
I think it meets, for whatever reason, a very personal number to you, so you recognize it when you see it. Anyway, I want to bring another clip here, because as you were mentioning before, Andrew Yang actually, I saw it a little bit. All of the links, you guys can watch the whole interview. I don't want to play the whole thing. But Andrew Yang, I thought, came across very personable, and it really was a good appearance for him. So I'll play another little clip for you guys.
Well, I like both Jennifer Aniston and puppies, and the Yang Gang knows this, so thank you, Yang Gang.
Yeah.
That was in response to the
All right.
question.
Yeah, shout out to the
First
Yang
things
Gang.
first. All right, you want to give everybody in America $1,000.
Oh, this is epic.
Yes.
So where's mine?
I'm working on it. Give me a little bit more than a year.
Okay. All right. So where did you get this idea from? And admit it, it was from watching my show.
The idea goes back further than either of us. Martin Luther King was fighting for this in the 1960s. We have to make this happen for families around the country, particularly for moms and women who are doing
I
the sort
thought
of
this
work
was a
that my
little bit
wife is
dry.
doing at home with our 2 boys, one of whom is autistic.
All right. Well, you can learn.
I don't know. And like she plugs the website there, and they go and tell some more jokes. Like I said, all the link, you guys can watch the whole video. I think it's interesting you said that. I thought that was actually that is basically what people have been hoping would happen.
I
for
think
months.
it's as good as it could get.
Look, he got to go on Ellen. He got to make his
Yeah.
pitch, and then she plugs his website, and then they tell a joke. And then I'll show you the end a little bit. I think this is also going to help him a little bit. He got kind of lucky for this. I mean, I don't know. It might have been planned, but so they tell a joke about how he sprayed the whipped cream in his supporter's mouth, and they talk about this. I'll play switch out any sound in the background for a second so you guys can check this out, and I'll bring the sound in. But so they bring out a bunch of whipped cream. So we're giving everyone a can of whipped cream. Woo!
Whipped cream gate.
People, weirdly enough, are pretty excited about the whipped cream. There's actually a lot of applause. Can you guys hear it?
Because this is like a day.
Okay.
We just finished
And then
12
this
days
happens.
of giveaways yesterday. So they missed the whole audience missed it. I know.
Oh, dude,
that
they
was
chose some
yesterday, so at
great
least you get
audience
whipped
girls
cream.
to be the
That's-
ones that explode
Yeah.
on this shout out.
That's. And also, you're all coming back next year for one of my 12 days of giveaways.
Boom.
So all I'm saying is it helps when you're the guy on stage when they send the fans home happy.
Yeah.
It's a classic wrestling tactic. They do it all the time. Send the fans home happy. They'll remember who was in the ring when it happened. Hey, send the fans home happy. They'll just remember, I went to see this Andrew Yang guy, and Ellen invited us all back next year. It was a pretty great day. So I think that was a pretty nice move for
Yeah,
him.
I will definitely say I think this is as good as it gets for Andrew Yang.
I
on
did
Ellen.
like the framing that they give that he's giving everyone he says, so I brought with me whipped cream for everyone. I thought that was funny that they set it up like he's the one giving everyone whipped cream. But yeah, I thought it would actually, like you said, pretty well. They joke around a little bit. There's a few stuff in there we didn't show you guys. You'll have to watch the link below. But I thought it was pretty good. He came across personable. There was no duds. There was no like flat jokes he said, or everyone just kind of looked at him like, dude, what are you talking about? Like what is this? So when he told jokes, people laughed. He got a big reaction when he walked in, and it looks like he had a big reaction when he left. So overall, man, it seems like it was worth the wait, more or less. Because I remember we talked about a little bit, like the Jimmy Kimmel interview is kind of like, yeah, I don't know what you expect from a late night host. He's just going to rib on him, clown on him, and then go, get out of here. Wow, thanks. But I thought it was kind of fun. It was kind of cute. And I don't know. Other thing is the other angle of this, what can you really expect out of one appearance in Ellen DeGeneres, right? I think it's nice. I think the bigger thing is if this becomes like a little story about how Ellen sent these people or whatever, it's good that he was on stage when it happened.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is as good as it gets for a very fast, brief Ellen appearance. You've been there. Similar to how many of his answers on stage are short and he cedes his time, and it almost makes you want to Google him more, which was evidenced by the data. He was, after many of these debates, the most Googled candidate after the debate. The fact that this was a short and brief but memorable appearance on Ellen, I think will actually help with his Googleability,
And
if that makes sense.
to highlight how long this is in the making, I didn't catch the first. When people were asking Ellen to have Andrew Yang on the show way back in February, they weren't asking at Andrew Yang. They were saying at Andrew Yang VFA, which is a now private and locked account that is no longer active, and it redirects you to the official campaign. I mean, like, this legitimately,
Wow.
like, this has been something that people have been asking for and waiting for and hoping for a very long time. I just think it's really interesting to note that, because I don't think people were saying you got to have Yang on Joe Rogan for a year. Maybe they were. I hadn't been seeing it, but I just did a cursory short search because I remember the whole time I've been really active on online following Yang, there's been a lot of people saying Ellen would be great for him to show up because, as we saw, yes, their personalities do play pretty good together. They're actually playful and funny, and Yang doesn't have to talked about it last night a little bit. Yang's one of the candidates who can kind of walk into an interview. It's a little bit more of a wild card. It's a little more, even though Ellen, I don't think they're going to have Ellen on whatever major network she is, just be like dropping some, so you say you're going to pay for it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do want to bring up, getting back, when anyone out there who wants to give some snooty response to $1,000 a month, or, whenever you want to give a snooty response to anybody proposing a policy that would have the government give you anything, don't say how you're going to pay for it. No, say, where's mine?
Yeah.
That is, Ellen, that was a great response. I have to admit that.
Where's
Instead
mine?
of saying, how are you going to pay for $1,000 a month? We're going to come out of my taxes. Just like, okay, cool. Where's mine then? Give me mine. And then we'll move on with it. I thought that was really funny. But again, man, just weird. Funny. If any of you guys didn't know, a little bit more Andrew Yang lore for you. There's now a locked Andrew Yang VFA Twitter account.
Well, also, wasn't his first
7
website
followers.
Wasn't his first website like yangubi.com?
It was ubi2020.com.
or ubi2020.com. Yeah. So this guy's had a couple of permutations
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
of his online presence.
they got better. They learned more, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's all to talk about there. Again, if you guys want to watch the full video, I'll have it there for you guys. It was pretty fun. It was pretty good for him. Again, I don't know. Personally, I think being the person on stage when Ellen announces she's giving everyone some big thing that gets people that excited, it ends up being good for you because people remember, hey, he was there and this thing happened. That was good. So that was it. Just holy cow, man. Just under a year in the making, Andrew Yang finally on Ellen.
If you want to contribute to the channel, make sure you check out the PayPal link in the description. Make sure you check us out on problemsolverpolitics.com if you want to pick up one of the cool hats. Also, leave us a voicemail at 1-833-PSP-RADIO. We love doing our voicemails on the live streams that we generally do Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're definitely going to have a much better set schedule by Jan 1, 2020. Either way, thanks a lot for watching, guys. This is Problem Solver Politics, and we'll see you guys in the next video.